What is going on? Welcome back to the channel. So today I want to talk to you about Lucid. I want to go over some of the current data points, what has been coming out associated to Lucid, and go over everything else you need to know. But first, make sure to hit that thumbs up. And with that, let's get right to it. So right now, Lucid is up 0.58%. So doing fairly well, piggybacking off of the broader market's optimism. It's been very volatile today. So 356 the high, 347 the low. And of course, 350 we do know is a very strong resistance brought on by options / market makers. So I'm going to break it down on what that does mean and everything. But the market's been open roughly around 10 minutes, 759,000 shares being traded, 36.8 is the average. No official news from Lucid today, no SEC filings, nothing like that. So last SEC filing came out July 25th and news came out the 29th. Unofficially though, this did come out. So it does show Lucid commences pre-production of the Model X rival Gravity SUV. Then they kind of cite what Peter previously did state, not all EVs are born equal. So I think in general, this is a very good thing because it shows that the Gravity is kind of on schedule, and that's clearly the next big catalyst for Lucid. So they definitely do need this to come out flawlessly, and so far based on everything, so Nick did post a video last week that I brought up just on, I guess, post paint production and whatever else. So it shows that at least they're ready and good, based on what Peter did previously state at the end of August or end of summer. I guess that is where they're gonna, I guess, do the crash testing, do the homologation, and then yeah, basically that's it. Right now, this was posted roughly about 15 hours ago. Just shows some further videos of just the Gravity and clearly shows all full completion. So again, Lucid so far, based on everything I can see, shows that they are on schedule. As far as how many for capacity, I'm not really sure. That would be hopefully something that Lucid does bring up willingly during their upcoming earnings, even though Peter did say during the Evercore and actually the Deutsch conference that they're just going to produce as many as there's demand for. So it was kind of gray and vague. So hopefully he does add some clarity on exactly what their targets are for, obviously not 2024, but probably 2025. And then as well, this was posted, so it kind of goes to show that there's a massive commitment for Lucid. So I don't think Lucid was sponsored by this or anything like that, but it does show that one lucky fan in the stadium could win a Lucid Air. And so I think in general that is good. So Lucid's being seen as a prize. And so I think, yeah, I honestly, Lucid's marketing, even though this probably again had nothing to do with Lucid itself, but just Lucid is being portrayed in a different light than what it was last year. So I think Lucid's moving in the right direction. Just we need their earnings to kind of match that, and so far there hasn't been any real changes. So still 1 positive and 5 negative revisions over this last 90 days. Earnings per share -27 cents, and revenue did go up slightly. So analysts are a little bit more optimistic on the revenue. I think it went from 189 to now 192. So yeah, this upcoming earnings should be a very interesting time. Like I said, around 700,000 shares being traded right now, and shorts are returning about 486,000. So definitely a good kind of combination there. 26.6% of the free float is being shorted, works out to be 235.57 million shares overall are being shorted. Cost to borrow average is 15.53, and then utilization 91.19%. Short scored 90.46. So the higher the number, the higher the likelihood of a squeeze happening. And I did have one comment on, I think it was my last video or second last one, about the cost to borrow. Why do shorts increase when cost to borrow is so high? Just so you're aware, these amounts right here are on an annual basis. So 15.53% over a year, it's like 0.04, something like that, or 0.004. It is very minor. So this is why shorts do kind of increase freely and at the same time return freely. So we'll just have to wait and see what will come. Today is going to be a very big day because good old Powell will be speaking at 2 o'clock about interest rates, and it is fair to assume there won't be any change as far as that. But what he does say after, that is going to really kind of dictate and shake the broader market, because especially the whole EV sector is very sensitive to interest rates, as I've stated time and time again. So what he does say, so if he comes out hawkish, that won't necessarily be the best. Flip side, if he's more optimistic, reconfirms that September there will be most likely a rate cut, which is kind of the understanding right now, then that would be huge for Lucid and just the whole EV sector. Looking at options, the market again just opened roughly about 15 minutes ago. 50,000 in calls, 3,600 in puts. 50% of all the options being done so far are optimistic and bullish. And like I mentioned, around that heavy strike prices, so at that 350 there's currently 12,000. So this is why market makers and shorts will not want Lucid to close above 350. So kind of just stay tuned for that. We'll just have to wait and see, but that is why there's usually a lot of manipulation around those heavy strike prices. And right now there's only been one transaction occurring on the secondary market above $100,000, and it was for 287. Regrettably, based on the bid, the ask, and the selling price, it does look like it was a sell, so not the best for that. And aside from that though, looking on the actual chart itself, so it is still higher percentile of the boiling man stochastic. You do see it at 28, so it is arguably oversold. So again, if Lucid does come out with some good news, or Powell at the same time, so it doesn't have to be Lucid specific, it could be broader market, you could see a rush of value investors getting into Lucid. So similar kind of scenario as to this, and number of retail investors right now are getting in. So let me know your thoughts on Lucid. Have you been buying? Have you been selling? What's your thoughts on shorts returning roughly around 500,000 shares this morning? And do you think that the Gravity is going to come out on schedule, which is again a very big deal for Lucid? Don't forget to hit that thumbs up and subscribe. I always greatly appreciate that. One final thing, take advantage of this promo. Simply sign up for a new account, throw $100 at it, and they give you 5 free stocks. Each stock is valued up to $2,000. Link in the description below and also the comments. So with all that said, I appreciate all of you watching.